What's up guys, Brian here down in the Gecko lab. Thank you for joining me today. This is your weekly hatchling report. All right everybody, this week is a grow out edition of the hatchling report. I am starting to get some more eggs for the breeding season, but as you know, hatchlings this time of year are pretty slow, just a couple a week at this point. Here and there something comes out. I am going to have a hatchling report coming soon because I have got a couple nice ones that have come out recently, but for this one I had some really cool grow outs I want to show you. However, before we get into the geckos, I have got to show off some artwork that I got because I love artwork and I especially love supporting small artists, hobbyist artists, any artist. I'm a big believer in that. So first up, I've got this guy right here. You might have noticed. It's kind of been sitting here. You may have seen it in a couple videos. I hadn't hung it up yet. I threw it up on the wall today. This is a day gecko picture. I actually bought this from a local vendor in Belize. When I was in Belize in January, I was walking through Placencia, a beautiful city, and I saw a local artist that was selling some of his paintings. I asked if they had any geckos, and he pulled this one out for me, so I picked it up. I love it. I love day geckos. I think they're so beautiful, and it was just a cool picture, so I picked that one up in Belize. Now I've got a couple more pieces that I got shipped in the last couple weeks that I want to show you today. First up is this guy. So this one I got from someone that I've actually never really talked to. I have a lot of people on my Facebook that add me because they know me from this, but I don't actually know them really. So it's really kind of interesting. I like it because I see a lot of different things on Facebook other than like a lot of people, it's like your family and 6 people you went to high school with. My Facebook has 5,000 people, most of whom I've never met or talked to, so I get all kinds of cool stuff. Well, one day on my Facebook, a young girl had posted that she just opened her Etsy shop and it was her goal to get 50 orders. She does custom prints, custom paintings of pets, and it was her goal to hit 50 orders in 2021. So I thought, heck, I know what it's like to be starting a project, a business, or a hobby like that. So I hit her up and said, hey, I'd like to get a custom print of one of my pets. Can you do a gecko for me? She said, sure. Her name is Avery. Her details are in the description box, so check out her Etsy shop. She does great paintings because I got this one from her. She did my toke gecko. How cool is that? I love this. She actually sent me different options of canvas to put it on. This one's actually a wood. It's on a piece of wood, and she was like, oh, do you want like a green background or a black background? Or she had this one that's kind of translucent. It changes colors from almost a purple to a greenish blue, and I said, yes, that one looks great. And I sent her a picture of my toke. He was actually on a PVC pipe in the picture, and I sent it to her, said, hey, can you put him on like a naturalistic looking log? This is awesome. She even signed the back of it, put to Brian B on it. Absolutely beautiful. I think she did a great job. I love the way, just everything about this. I love the way she painted it. I love the texture of the gecko. The colors are spot on. Just beautiful. So thank you, Avery, for this. I am super pleased with it. I think it's great. And if you guys are interested, she does all kinds of really cool artwork. Check out her Etsy shop. Just the random girl Avery I saw on Facebook who does great work. So thank you for that. Check out her Etsy shop. Support a small artist. It is always important, especially in these times when things have been so crazy and so many people are struggling to make ends meet. It makes people's day when you support a small business, small artist like that. So I do encourage it. Next up, I've got a package here from my good friends at Living Wild. Oh, I'm so excited to open this one. All right, I'm gonna see what's in this one. Some of you guys might know what's in this because you've seen them advertising it lately. Before I pull the picture out, I got a couple stickers here and their business card from Georgina and Paul Burns at Living Wild. These guys are actually coming on my expedition to Belize in August, so I'm super excited to meet them in person later this summer. First up, I have no idea what's in this. Let me see what's in here. Oh, it's a pen. Oh, cool. They have little Living Wild pens. They threw a pen in there for me. That is awesome. Thank you, guys. I love when people send me stickers of their companies. I give them to my daughter. She's got like Gecko company stickers all over her. She's got like little storage boxes for her toys and stuff in her room, and she loves putting Gecko stickers all over stuff, so I love when I get stickers from people. But I am so excited about this. Check this guy out. I actually got this about a week and a half ago, and I haven't opened it yet. Oh my, it's so cool. This is the Crested Gecko Morphs poster. Check this out. They reached out to me when they got the rights to print these from the artist in, I think Poland is where the artist was from that built this poster. I don't remember, but they got the exclusive rights to print and sell these in the US. So they reached out and asked if I would like one. I said, absolutely, I want one of those. This is so cool. I just love it. Oh, there's so many different geckos on here. The colors are beautiful. The representations are great. They even got confetti line Dalmatians on there. I love seeing that. They got Axanthic lily whites on there, phantom lily whites, Axanthics, super stripes, quad stripes. Just beautiful. Halloweens, tricolors, extreme Harleys. This poster is so cool. I am thrilled with it. So thank you guys for sending this over to me. I am definitely going to pick up a frame to put this in. I don't know, God, I gotta have it in here somewhere, right? Maybe I'll rearrange this wall behind me and stick it up there. Maybe I'll redo this area and put it somewhere. I'm gonna get a frame for this at some point, and at some point in the future, you guys will see this up on the wall in some videos along with my beautiful Tokay. Thank you to both of you guys for sending this artwork over. I appreciate it. I am absolutely in love with both of it. A reminder, these posters are for sale, Living Wild. Google them. Again, their information's in the description box as well. If you want a Crested Gecko Morphs poster, I highly suggest you check out Living Wild and pick one up because it's super, super cool. All right, that's enough going on about my cool artwork that I'm so excited about. Let's get into looking at this week's geckos. I just love watching these guys bounce around. They're incredible. If you haven't seen my video on building this Thrive corner tank, I did a whole bioactive setup and got a whole bunch of peacock day geckos in there. Check that video out. It's awesome. I just love this tank so much. But let's get into the geckos. I have some just stupid nice geckos to show you today. We're going to kick it right off with this Dalmatian. Look at this thing. Look at those spots. They're like black holes on this gecko, like he's been hit with asteroids and has physical holes in his body. They're so dark. These spots look so good. They're huge. They're black as death. They cover this guy. I just absolutely love this gecko. Little tiny dude too. He's only 6 grams, I think, 5-6 grams, and looks like this. Just incredible. One of my favorite Dalmatians growing up. I'm so thrilled with how this ink spot project is progressing, and I really think the next 5 years of ink spot Dalmatians is going to be mind-blowingly cool. Some of the next generation stuff coming out is just incredible. So I love, love, love that ink spot guy. He is definitely going to stay here and breed. Next up, we got to go from the ink spot Dalmatian to the Axanthic Dalmatian. Check this one out. This is one of my few visual Axanthics that has big black spots. As a lot of you guys know, I picked up an Axanthic Super Dalmatian Pinstripe from Flawless Crested Geckos. That one and this one are really going to be the basis, the main breeders for my Axanthic Super Dalmatian project. This is another project that is going to be just mind-boggling over the next few years. Absolutely beautiful. I love the way the Dalmatian spots look on the Axanthics like this. Just gorgeous geckos. This is one of my most exciting projects for me. I'm super excited about it. I cannot wait to see how some Axanthic Dalmatians progress in the future. But let's take a look at the next one. Those geckos are so cool. All right, next up for you guys, I have this really cool tricolor Pinstripe. Check this guy out. Nice long crest. I love how long his structure is. The crest, the physical crest, the structure on them is so long and just super, super cool. Bright white over orange over gray patterning. He's even almost got 2 colors of gray, like a darker gray and a lighter gray. Just so much pattern and color activity going on in this gecko. I am super excited to see how this one grows and how much more that pattern blooms and develops as he gets bigger. Super exciting gecko there. I love that one. I don't know if I'm going to keep this guy and breed him. There's a good chance he'll actually end up for sale in probably 8 months or so, maybe Black Friday this year. This is the size geckos that'll be available around Black Friday. Who knows, you might see that guy up around then. Next up, we've got this red and white quad stripe. The dorsal on this one is absolutely perfect. I love that solid cream dorsal coming all the way down the back, that beautiful white cream stripe across the side, and then if you look close you can see those perfectly round white spots all the way across the back leg. That is an indicator of the white spot trait. I've talked about this a lot lately. You'll see high expressions of these, the real drippy dorsal ones. They almost look like lily whites. This is what a low expression looks like. This is a marker for that trait that you can look at and say, oh, this gecko has that trait. This is something I want to be breeding, those white spots across the back legs. I just love the way they look also. Just really cool white spots. You'll also see them on the dorsals, not the dorsal, just below the dorsal and the side sometimes. Overall though, just a beautiful gecko. This one is getting brighter and brighter red as it grows, and I absolutely have my eye on this one growing up. All right, I got two more to show you today. The second to last one is this Halloween Harlequin. Not a super especially fancy gecko, but it just caught my eye for some reason. I loved the colors and I wanted to show it off. A lot of people overlook these Halloween Harlequins because everybody goes for like, oh, the most pattern, the most coverage, they want to get super crazy with things, and sometimes just taking a step back and appreciating a simple, beautiful, high quality gecko is something we all need to do more. So I wanted to highlight this one. Doesn't have the biggest head in the world. It doesn't have the most pattern. It doesn't have the brightest of all colors. It's not a lily white or an axanthic or something super crazy. It's just a good looking Halloween Harlequin. It's going to get darker and darker as it ages. Those oranges will get brighter and brighter as it grows. I love this gecko. It's super simple and beautiful, and I think it needs more appreciation, so I wanted to highlight it today. But all that being said, I've got one more gecko to show you that we are going to look at, and it's the opposite end of the spectrum. It is the super, super nice, most extreme, ridiculous, crazy gecko. Check out this lily white. Just insane amount of coverage. That dorsal is perfectly white. There's not a dot of base color, orange, anything on that dorsal. The sides are almost completely covered. Those blue eyes are beautiful. Everything about this gecko is wild. This is absolutely one of my favorites. This is one that there's no chance this is leaving. I am keeping this. I am breeding it to some stuff. The question is, what do I do with it? I want to make red versions of these. Imagine this gecko with a bright neon red base. Imagine that. Imagine an axanthic lily white with this pattern coverage. I don't know what to breed this to. It's definitely going to stay here and breed. The question is, which project do I put it into? There's 2 or 3 of them that I'm going to have a real hard time deciding. So leave me a comment down below. What should I do with this? Red base, even higher pattern lily whites, axanthic lily whites with this pattern coverage. What do I do with it? Help me decide. Leave me a comment down below. Thank you guys for joining me today. That's the last one I've got to show off. As always, I appreciate it. Thank you one more time to Georgina and Paul from Living Wild LLC for that incredibly cool gecko morph poster. Thank you to Avery for my beautiful tokay picture I got from her. I appreciate them all so much, guys. I appreciate you watching. As always, I am Brian, Altitude Exotics with altitudeexotics.com. Always remember, new geckos every Friday night on the website. Stay safe, stay kind. I love you guys, and I'll see you soon.